My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 22nd, 2024. It is 2:23 a.m. I probably will have two videos today, but pretty short videos. For this one, I have 2, 4, 5 tweets, and for PYTE, and they could easily go on our port of Pew service. I have about 14 tweets. When I'm editing, I'll decide which channel I will put them, but there's not many tweets regarding Harry and Meghan that the squad are sharing. A lot of politics is being discussed. By now, many of you probably already know President Biden has withdrawn his nomination to, for a second term. So Vice President Kamala Harris was endorsed by President Biden. So the mission continues. My focus haven't changed at all. It's just, we just hope that people stick with the facts, the things that really matter. Let's not forget Project 25 is still in the works for the GOP. They don't care who's in the White House. I've said this before, when you're gonna destroy, okay, it's easy to destroy, but to build, it takes a long time. So this is our test. And, my mind is set, and whichever way it goes, I have to do what I have to do. My mind needs to be prepared to be able to deal with, with either one of the groups who might win the presidency. But my mind is clear. I know what really matters. So I did tell my community board I will not discuss politics. I will try my best not to discuss politics. Right now, what we are seeing is pretty much the version of UK media is working in the US. Okay, I just hope the American people stick with the facts, find different source of information. Mainstream media is gone. They're not really reporting any news. So yeah, we've had former Prime Minister Liz came, and the UK is paying for her security. She came in the US trying to destroy everything. Right? So that's that. Okay, so a lot of politics is being discussed, so I'm not seeing too many tweets regarding Harry and Meghan. There are some, many of them, pictures the squad are bringing up, and I think we're just waiting for when Harry and Meghan bring something out. Okay, so let's look at some numbers. 4,348 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Look at my revenue, stays the same. Analytics. Okay, so it's up and down. 3,187 views in the last 48 hours. So let's go on Twitter. Okay, so these are the politics that's being discussed. Things about Montreal is for Vice President Kamala Harris, you see. There's this here. I think Kamala's campaign just woke up the younger generation. There's that. Wow. Okay, so there's that. And this is the letter President Biden put out. So I'm going to try to avoid a lot of these for now, unless if I have something really, really meaningful. So let's not take me avoiding politics completely. If there is something to say, I will say. And by now, no matter who you are, if you vote for the GOP, you are at their crosshair because they don't care. They're the one who's running the show, and they want to destroy it. And we need to tell them, no, you're not taking the country back. All right, so I have 5 tweets to share with you on our Port of Pew service. So let's get to it. First tweet. So there's this here. Let's pause that. What bombshell resignation are they talking about? There's the thanking emojis. Everything, literally everything Prince Harry and Meghan Markle do or go through in life, the British media turns it into a drama and spread lies about them. Now they are claiming that Prince Harry did not get a standing ovation. I mean, if you don't believe your eyes and you rather believe what the UK media is saying, then that's your own doing. The thing is on video. Prince Harry's key allies break silence after Bomshell and Victor's Gang's resignation. What's his name? The CEO of Invictus. Go on our part of Pew Service. There's a video that I put out. I mean, he said, he's been there for 10 years and I think there wasn't a specific date that he said that he was leaving, but it seems like it could be after Invictus 25 in Canada. It seems like, but there is no specific date when he's leaving. But he's been there for 10 years. I mean, he's getting old. He probably just wants to retire and enjoy his life. He put the Invictus in the right course and make it globally, and it's spreading more. So he's done enough. Now it's just time for him to move on. Alright, the chief executive of Prince Harry's charity, Dominic Reed, stepped down merely a few days after the Duke accepted a controversial military award. It wasn't no controversial. You guys made it controversial. It was never controversial. Of all people, Harry is the most deserving. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are faced with a lose-lose situation as the couple cannot win. Okay, right now I feel like stopping, but for the sake of the video, let me just read it. Lose-lose situation as the couple cannot win, as anything they do will get criticized. People like whoever's writing this is the one who's making it a problem. Okay, criticized, a royal commentator has claimed. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have long been at the center of discussion after they made a string of explosive claims about the royals following their sensational departure from the firm and move to the US in 2020. Whoever's listening to this podcast and haven't known, Harry went to court to have his security, after they remove his security, he went to court to have a judge review the process that was taking. Through that in court, we find out it's his brother, William and Charles, who kick him out. Okay? They hire Simon Case to write a legal document to kick him out. Okay? So let's not forget about that.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between. A compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
Alright, the latest blow came from Harry's nomination for the prestigious Pat Tillman Award for service was met with a huge backlash worldwide. Nah, it wasn't worldwide. It was just the UK. Everyone else who talk about it, even though they claim that Pat Tillman's mother was against it, we find out who knows what the tabloid in the UK convinced her to say. And the last time I spoke about it, and I said I'm gonna put an asterisk on it until I hear her say it herself, because when the UK papers write their BS, they twist things. So I'm gonna say allegedly, okay, despite it was being, you know, discussed almost worldwide about Pat Tillman's mom. Of all people, who deserve the Pat Tillman award is Harry. All right. And then we came to find out, I think she's not even in the process of nominating people. Okay, Pat Tillman's mother is the widow and other friends and colleagues, I believe, who are part of that decision making. The latest blow came when Harry's nomination for the prestigious Pat Tillman Award for service was met with a huge backlash worldwide, only the UK. Alright? Harry ended up attending the award ceremony, but his appearance was not met with a standing ovation. If your eyes fail you, I'm sorry. There were. Okay? I don't know what was the reason why Serena Williams' sister Venus Williams did not stand up. Maybe there's some issues, but it wasn't a big deal. The entire room pretty much was standing up. Okay, oh, so there's this here. Okay, so there's that. 33 seconds.
Of the Pat Tillman Award for Service, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
What's that? Okay, only Serena's sister who did not stand up. I don't know, maybe there's some issues. Okay, people stood up. But even if they didn't stand up, so what? Okay.
Welcome the recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for Service.
And by the way,
Prince Harry.
I believe her name is Sergeant First Class Elizabeth Marks, is going to the Paralympics. Okay, she made the team. All right, so that's that. Let's read some of the comments. Okay, following his speech, many were visibly emotional. I was crying. There's that here. Sam, it was a great speech. I have the speech on our part of Pew Service. Lately, I think every time I finish a video, I put it at the end. Okay, no lie detected. For now, I may not continue doing that. Okay, this monarchy is growing obsolete. When you look at the European royals and how modern and involved they are, the British royals just look old and dated and out of touch. The British monarchy are still mentally and figuratively stuck in the colonial era. Yeah, I think so too. And then they're really involved in what's going on in the US right now. Especially when you see former prime minister and a recent elected one, I forgot his name. He was dancing in one of those videos when people in the UK was going hungry or whatever, just been elected as MP. So they're really involved. They're trying to bring the United States in the same page as them. And we're fighting too. Okay, in the past, people will have watched historical films about the treachery, lies, and execution in the royal institution. This is the modern way of beheading, unrelenting lies and criticism. No one can live without being tortured for the whole of their remaining life. Okay, this is the modern way of beheading. Yes, you're 100% right. They are talking to a selected group of people who believe the BS, put out and won't do their research. They're so hurt by Sussex's move on and they are happy. The problem is they thought that they would have come back by now with their tail stuck between their legs. They want them to fail, and Harry and Meghan isn't giving them that pleasure. A successful Harry and Meghan is a threat to them. That's true. Okay, save your blood pressure. That's for sure. Like I was saying, for the sake of the video, that's why I continue reading their BS. Save your blood pressure. They know they lie. We know they lie. Don't let their lies bother you. No one sees or believe it unless they dislike Harry and Meghan and go looking for it. Besides, even if you prove they lie, the haters don't care and will believe what they want. That's true. Facts and even irrefutable video evidence mean nothing to these people. Like I was saying with that video, they don't want you to believe your own eyes. They want you to believe the BS that they're saying. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. All right, so there's this here. Jeremy Corbyn's quote: Meghan is a very interesting, very clear thinking woman. I've got a lot of time for her. I don't know why media wanted to build her up into a negative figure, which she's not. She's an intelligent, thoughtful woman, Jeremy Corbyn on Meghan Markle. Alright, so that's him talking about Meghan. Queen of Comebacks, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has made a triumphant return to social media with a brand new project. Okay, so in one of my last videos, yeah, I think she keeps on adding to it. So this one popped up again. I read some of these on other videos. Okay, it seems like she keep on adding to it. July 20th. Okay, so this one seems like was the new one she added, so it popped up on my timeline again. Alright, so I'm just gonna read that one. So let's go to the next tweet. And that was back in July 20th, 2 days ago. I didn't record anything yesterday. Okay, there's this here. Let's pause. I think this is a music. I'll let it play and I'll put my own music and some screenshot as well. Okay, the British media will welcome Meghan Markle with open arms, since when is asking someone to be 50% herself or comparing her to a Nazi sympathizer an open arm welcome. She's an American actress, Prince William. The open arms welcome the British media is talking about. Okay, so she pointed to this. It's 1 minute and 22 seconds. Like I said, I'm gonna put a different music and there'll be screenshot in between. Alright, let me mute it for the sake of my video so I don't give myself too much work. You could pause and read some of these as you read. I mean, as the video plays. These people are crazy. Okay, just pause and read. The video is a bit, you know, the screenshots are very fast, so.
This is the future.
It's halfway there.
Evolution. This is the future.
Okay,
Evolution.
it's almost done. One thing I always say is that when I saw the last image, where is it, with Miss Doria, this one, and one thing I've said is that my wish for Meghan is that she never experienced what Miss Doria went through. Okay, I'm not saying what she went through was fine. Nobody should be okay with that. Okay, the nonsense that the media continue on her. What I mean by that is that with Miss Doria, she was powerless to be able to do things for her daughter, because, you know, just think about it as a mother to witness your daughter going through that. Okay, and those people refuse to leave her daughter alone. God is good. Okay, they got God on their side. Let's continue. Alright, let's read some of the comments. There's those hashtags with racists and liars. Now listen up. I don't want to see any articles about this post being scrubbed in an attempt to rewrite history. There's the laugh here. We have the receipt. Alright, let's pause. I love the archive of receipt. There's that. The British media never welcomed her, never accepted her and that family, and did everything to chase her out of the UK. Plenty of evidence by what they have written themselves, and Sir Harry had to write a statement days after their relationship went public about the racist reporting. And let's not forget, they literally told her through what's his name, Piers Morgan, to leave America. That's the video. This will remain as fact. They told her to leave.
Piers,
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Alright, so she left and she never stepped back in again. Okay, so she's related to Jack the Ripper and Harry, was it H.H. Holmes? Okay, FFS These are two different serial killers, Jesus Christ on a piece of toast. Racist British media will stop at nothing for the clicks. Meanwhile, Duke and Duchess of Sussex will always thrive. Okay, so that's that. And what was it? There was a a presenter in the UK who was saying, if Trump get in office, he's gonna kick Harry, out of the US. They really want Harry to leave. God, they all are baggage for you. Next tweet. Look at Omid Scobie making deals, cashing a 7-figure check and living his best life. Meanwhile, back across the pond, his former peers are working for dog food, earning £50 per television appearance or begging people to like and subscribe. Hey, I'm that part of those people like and subscribe. Alright, so there's that. That's a retweet. Omid Scobie new novel, Royal Span, is already being made into a TV show, Celebrity. I did a video about that already. I read the, what article was it in? Variety, I think. So, and I read Omid's tweet regarding that. Okay, is he living in the USA now? I hope so. Was a little worried about him in England. Yes, he's in California. That was a video I remember I was doing, and I was searching to see, well, then again, it could be private, so I couldn't find anything that said it. So I'm just gonna say here, allegedly, okay? So very pleased for him. I see to recall some of his former peers predicting he'll seal his faith with Endgame. They then realized that in writing that book, he improved his prospect for future success, not dashed them. Truth wins out over gossip and lies. Congrats, Omid. And this is why they tried to sabotage that book. Where, what language was it again? Oh my God, was it Dutch? In one of the languages, I believe it was Dutch, someone sabotaged, insert something he didn't do into the book by naming royal racist, and then you have Piers Morgan again come on national television saying who were the two racists named.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
And Omid said, look, he doesn't speak Dutch. He only write his thing in English, and he did not say it.
The book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself, but if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
It was only Piers Morgan who went on national television who said that. And Harry and Meghan did not say it in the Oprah interview.
And conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
There are several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation with you
it. With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Prince Harry confirming the allegation.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
All right, gotta love it. There's that. That's what happens when you're on the right side of history. You thrive and prosper. Okay, he so deserved the success at the height of hate for hire journalism, when many chose to degrade themselves as clickbait factory workers. He kept focusing on the truth and wrote compelling books along the way. Can't wait to watch the TV show. Scobie glow up has been amazing to witness. Okay, that's fantastic. Omid, I'll definitely be watching. Good for Omid. He is free for the toxicity of the British press. I'll be watching this new show. I love this for him. Okay, so this is my last one. And one of my videos where I did a small little research regarding journalism, which was what this channel was supposed to be about, as the backup, but I never had time to really do research. And I wrote that he is one of the people that I sort of trust his perspective. We may not like the way he write about his things, but at least he stay truthful and based on his perspective. Okay, so this is my last tweet. I'm happy that Meghan Markle has not only her husband, Prince Harry, by her side, but also her mother, Doria Ragland. About her mother, Doria, it must be very painful, like I was just saying, must be very painful for her to see how her daughter is being hurt and abused in the media 24/7. And not only by the media, but also by whom? Oh, the father, yeah. Okay, her ex-husband, her daughter's father. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. Okay, the mumble Kate and William was bad, and trolls are really coming for this post. They probably think or are hoping that I'm gonna waste my time and energy on their mentally unstable, that's the word here. I do my best to keep them out. So far I haven't seen them, so I guess I blocked them. The percentage of women, that's an ad. I don't see them on my timeline. The only time I see that water hag is when a squaddy mentioned him. And of course, a tweet about him automatically brings the Rangers. Doria and Meghan have moved on. That's for sure. Let's pause here. What is that? After Kate used Charlotte's attire to bully Meghan and made her cry the week of her wedding, the royal family and Kate got the Daily Mail and other tabloids to write that Meghan made Kate cry and that they're investigating Meghan for bullying staff. Diabolical. People use diabolical tactic. Meghan Markle. There's that here. What is that about? Let me read that and then go into this video and that'll be it. Okay, you can understand why she got rid of him. Obviously not a good person once the facade is removed. What is that about? Oh, the ex-husband, the father, Markle. Alright, so let's listen to that.
There's one thing that I love and admire and respect about Harry and Meghan. How angry they make Piers Morgan. And the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail hate her. Hate her. Don't know why they hate that black woman. You know what I've noticed? The more they hate Meghan, the more they love Kate. It's like Kate can do no wrong. Kate could a disabled panda cub. Hey, the whole thing caught on camera. Kate just kicking the shit out of this tiny, defenseless, fluffy, 6-month-old, wheelchair-bound cub. Daily Mail front page. Caring Kate gets panda to heaven.
Well, she's a baggage for God. What she just did, play the world with her stupidity. Some of you might say, I deserve it, because many of you say in my comment, don't talk about her and all of that. But just in case things were actually true, I try to stay with compassion. But she abused people's well-being, and this is how colonialism sort of, gets started, people being too nice to them. So I'm gonna try my best to avoid them. Try to avoid them, depend on the topics. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. Please take a moment to subscribe. Where was that tweet? Subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And don't forget to check my Zazzle merch. I have some puzzles, and I will create more product as I have more time. Yesterday I dedicate my entire night to upload what you see on my merch on my shop. I spent all night yesterday to put as much as I could, fix some of my images to put on my shop. So go check it out, and hopefully you like what I have. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching, and may God continue to bless and protect Harry and Meghan and their little family and Miss Doria. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm gonna go to PYTE and do another video. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.